And they were very hopeful that this project would give them a very a hand on controlling the dreaded diseases of mankind. They were hopeful because they know that the regular rice plant has 38,000 genes. The common earthworm has 40,000 genes. So as humans sitting at the top of the food pyramid and so elaborate and so sophisticated and state of the art, we supposed to have 200,000 to 250,000 genes because of we run things. Ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about balloon bursts and bubble bursts. At the end of the 13-year study that ended in 2003, they found out that human beings have a whopping 23,500 genes. They were blown away. They were embarrassed, surprised, disappointed, and find all the adjectives accordingly. They could not understand this. Now, a scientist wrote to a major journal at the time and said, you cannot consider human health and not considering microbial health also as part of it. So they said, okay, we are going to start the Human Microbiome Project. And it started in 2008. Do you know what they found out? That the human body, we have 22,500 genes, but the microbes and other organisms in the body are comprised of between 4 million to 20 million genes. And we only have what? 22,500. So 99%, ladies and gentlemen, of the genes being expressed in the body on a daily moment-by-moment basis are of a non-human origin. Mankind was blown away. Shocked, utterly surprised, some disappointed, ego fell to the ground. What make us human ain't even human. The functions we thought we were performing for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, are really being performed by microbes, bacteria, and so on. So we are not the human being we think we are. We are a super organism, a holobiome, an ecosystem comprising of human cells, bacterial cells, fungus, virus, protozoa, archaea, and even parasites. And guess what? This is all a legitimate arrangement. It's not an invasion. It's not an infection. We're not supposed to get rid of them. We're supposed to accommodate them, and we live together in peace, unity in the community, because they are just as legally a part of our body as our organs and our glands, etc. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know this is rock the boat. We are now finding out things about us that we did not know before. So we are now realizing that even the American God Project, I don't know if you have heard about the American God Project. Or something is happening. I don't know. I'm hearing myself recorded. I don't know if Townsend can. Okay, probably. Thanks so much. The American God Project, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how sophisticated how these bacteria are. They control the brain. It was discovered in 2017 that the brain has 7 bacterial cells for every brain cell surrounded so that the brain can work effectively and efficiently. It crossed the blood-brain barrier when they thought that nothing could pass it. Bacteria doesn't know to cross it. Cliff one, only bacteria could cross it. Bacteria has crossed it. It's not only there, but they control the brain and them help the brain to think smarter and to perform function that the brain is incapable of doing all by itself. Can you imagine? This is huge. So not only to do that, they run things in the body and even take out the trash out of our body, meaning that they help the logs to go down the river and to be deposited where you know the logs are deposited. Those logs, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have followed me, your stool, the American God Project allows for you to send samples of your stool to this particular project, and they will examine it for you with computer and artificial intelligence, and also the knowledge and wisdom of men who have studied biology and other similar type thing, and are able to tell you what strains of bacteria you have inside of your gut, which strains are missing, which ones you must attract, what kind of food is okay for you to eat, what kind of food it is not okay for you to eat, and why you have allergic reactions. They suggest to you what prebiotics are what feed probiotics, which are bacteria, and which probiotic or bacteria strain you must attract. Ladies and gentlemen, this is high science. This is where our human body has gone to. And many of us are sick because we do not have the right kind of bacteria in our body. Just when we thought we must get rid of bacteria, science is saying to you, drawbreaks. You don't even have the right kind. I don't even have the right amount. Are you trying to get rid of the little that you have? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where science has taken us. Are you ready for the ride? Are you ready to understand and appreciate your true self? Are you prepared to accept the fact that you are familiar with the human side of things and that you are now to become acquainted with the microbial side of yourself? That is where we are at. And because we do not know and did not know this information, we hurt and we suffer and we damage ourselves. Because if you do not know who you are, you will hurt yourself and you will live a compromised life and you live for less than you are. We are not who we think we are. We are 90% microbes by cells and more than 99% microbes by genes in the body. So we are not quite the elaborate, sophisticated, state-of-the-art, sanitized human being we think we are. If we do not understand this fact, we are going to poison ourselves with medication. Because I believe that many of our doctors are still to understand this fact that is undeniable. Because every year, information is coming out. 10,000 pieces of scientific studies are coming out every year now. And over the last 5 years, 50,000 scientific papers have come out to tell us about the microbiome, its roles and functions in the body, and when we don't have the right strains and species, why we become sick. Ladies and gentlemen, many are men and women, the heroes and heroines of our lives. We call their names almost every day. They lived and died, and they never know who they truly were. They never knew that they were mostly microbes. We are privileged, ladies and gentlemen, to live in a generation that is the first generation to know this undeniable, undisputed fact. We are mostly microbes by construct and by function. And that is why when you take antibiotics, it is such a dangerous thing because you're wiping out much of what you are. And our gut becomes dysbiotic because right inside of our gut, we have 39 trillion live microbes living there. That is the brain, the second brain. They call it the microbiome. Ladies and gentlemen, if your brain is damaged, your brain is sprained, then you can't function well. Because what happens in the gut does not stay in the gut. It affects the brain and affects every single organ inside of your body. That is why it is important for us to have this conversation, because we are now just understanding who we are. And I thank God for science, because I'm wondering, Why is diabetes killing my family? My two moms died from diabetes. My two sons, diabetic before 10 years old. I was diagnosed as a diabetic 20 odd years ago. My aunts, my uncles, my nieces, my nephews, all are getting or dying from it. I said, God, tell me something, what is happening here? And that is why we are having this conversation tonight, because God has led me on a path of discovery. That the information you are getting now, your doctor did not tell you about it. But guess what? Sankey Global, a company from the Orient that has been studying the Okinawans for 50 years now, found out that the reason why they are the longest living people on the planet and healthiest people on the planet is because their gut is healthy. And if the gut is healthy, then the other organ systems are healthy. You're a doctor that you pay your money to for how many years now? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 40 years? Have you ever gone to your doctor and your doctor shape his mouth or her mouth to say your microbiome? You have never heard that word before we start speaking about it for many of us. And we thank Sankey Global because Dr. Bedi Edias from his discovery said, everybody ought to know the truth. That is why we are talking about it. We lift our hats. We lift all praises and kudos to Sankey Mayor, the lab that discovered this and has made supplements. Ladies and gentlemen, if your gut is damaged, the best news I have for you tonight, you don't have to live with a damaged gut anymore, because we have products to speak to gut issues and issues in your tissues. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get too excited and to push on too much in this conversation, because I know I have less than 5 minutes before I can wrap up. But the secret is, the reason why we are sick is that doctors are treating us for chronic diseases when God intended that no disease was to be chronic. It is to be acute, short term. If you're sick, fix it, get on with your life. But no, doctor tell us that you have diabetes. Ever take medication for how long? Couple of weeks? No, rest of your life. Somebody have Alzheimer's, take rest of your life. Somebody have cancer, they take medication until you wonder if it is a medication that might even kill some cancer patient. Why are we being treated by medicine and drugs all of our life when we have a microbiome to fix those issues in our tissues? Why? Somebody does not understand the body that they are treating. And if you don't understand the human body, if you don't know the makeup of the human body, then you cannot treat the human body. And that is why too many people are dying too early, aging too fast, and suffering too much, because we just now are understanding the makeup of the human body. And we thank God for this revelation that has come to us from Sankey Mayor, Sankey Global, with 4 amazing, fantastic products to help us with issues in our tissues, because these products are not designed to fix symptoms, but to fix the system so that the system may function. This is the philosophy of Sankey Global. And you're going to be hearing more information from the doctor coming up soon, and from Dr. Ruth and I think Queen Adelaide, who is a nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, I could say many more things, but let me just rush on to say, it is your gut microbiome that controls your very mood. If you're sad or if you're happy, they make serotonin. 95% of the mood enhancing hormone that makes you happy is made in the gut, not in the brain and the skull. Tell me if that is not important. 30 different types of neurotransmitters, the chemical juices that run the body, are made in the gut. Any chemical the brain in a skull can make can be made by the bacteria. Wow. We are just understanding this. Please. And some of the food we are eating is poison to us because it nourishes the tongue and the human body, but it does not feed and nourish the microbes of the body. That is why we are poisoned. That is why we have food allergies and food sensitivities. The celiac disease, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, acid reflux. And we have gastritis. 70% of the reason why people go to the doctor and to the pharmacy are as a result of digestive system disorders, because that which maintain the gut is damaged, which is the gut microbiome, and therefore we are vulnerable. And part of the reason why it's damaged is medication and antibiotic in particular, and food and poor lifestyle habits and choices. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand this. Please get the wake-up call. And if you are interested in bettering your health, find the person that invited you to this call and ask them the $1 million question: how soon can I get these good up Sankey global products so I can bless my body with it? Ladies and gentlemen, these are the only products that come to your body with an attitude product. If Sankey comes, sickness and disease will have to pack their bags and go, and you enjoy a better quality of life. How would you like to feel 10 or 15 years younger? How would you like to get up out of your bed and look in the mirror, and every morning you look in the mirror, you see somebody younger and younger looking back at you? Ladies and gentlemen, that is what people are talking about. The disjoint discomforts are gone. The sugar is normalized. The Alzheimer's, the memory is coming back. The cancer, many persons, it's in remission. People who have not walked in a while are now walking again. People who have lost their speech, getting back their speech again. And persons who have been damaged and devastated by some chronic diseases, even neurological disease, nervous system disease, are getting their lives back on track again, reversed, recovered, and restored. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the most exciting time in human history. We need to hold on to this fact, and we need to make the necessary changes in our lives so we can enjoy a better quality of life. Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightboard, have I behaved myself enough? Do I hand over to you now, Your Highness?
Yeah, we have gotten to our altitude, and we are cruising at what, 30,000, 100, whatever feet in the air. Wow. And we are moving through, and there's been no turbulence. We've been going good. And so now we're going to bring up, that was absolutely amazing, King Clive, as always. You know, I'm always learning something new. Absolutely love it. But guys, we have this dynamic, phenomenal individual. I have heard of her before, and I haven't physically met her. I only heard her voice, but I can feel the energy through the phone line, through the Zoom line, through the video. When you hear her and what she has to say, she got a special audience with Dr. Behe Adias, which is the gentleman that, you know, King Clive just spoke about, who is the scientific director for Sankey Mayor, which is the science company for Sankey Global. And she got front and center to have that one-on-one conversation with Dr. Behe Adias. I think it was like last week, Tuesday, or last week, Monday, or something like that. But guys, when I'm telling you hot off the presses information, just information that's shared, stuff that, you know, we might have already known, but, you know, you don't really hear it until you hear it. And you'll catch that one on the way home, because a lot of times we're not listening. So without further ado, I want to bring up this queen. She is an incredible business owner in her own right. She is a boss, like I'm talking BOSS, but listen, she is a nut health guru herself. So Dr. Lola Thompson, did you make it to the call?
Yes, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Ruth. And let me tell you, congratulations to you on platinum. I see you shining all the way from the Bahamas. I see you shining and just blinging up the whole sky. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Absolutely, positively. Thank you, King Clive, for your amazing information. I pray you'll be on a call with us again on Thursday that we're having early in the afternoon. I know I haven't asked you yet, but please say yes. Man, going to corporate and experiencing talking to Dr. Adias firsthand I felt like I was with a celebrity, first of all. and the notion that I was going to have the opportunity to actually ask him real questions, like, what do you think about people wearing masks on their faces for COVID? And what do you think about this when it comes to COVID? And all of those different things. And so many different things he explained to me. But one of the things that was the most powerful that I've just been sharing with people over and over and over again, and this might sound kind of crazy when I say the first thing I'm going to say, which is being on that call with him made me more proud to be a woman. It made me more proud to be a woman. He explained, as he does, and King Clive does all the time, but he even went so far as to say that for years and years and years, women have been rallying and marching and fighting for rights to be able to vote and do all these different things. But he was like, there's one thing that they've been fighting to do that they should never be fighting not to do, and that's get out of the kitchen. When he first said that, I got to tell you, I was like, what? You know, I'm a businesswoman for 30 something years. Like, what do you mean we're not supposed to be in the kitchen? And he was saying that, he said, the kitchen, unfortunately, has been something that culture and society has demeaned for us as women. But as women inside of the kitchen, because of the microbiome that we possess and the power of the microbiome that we possess, we have to be in the kitchen. We're the ones who need to be preparing the food. Just us touching, and he said even just us serving, touching the dishes that our family touches, touching the forks and the knives that our family touches, our hands preparing the food that our family eats, that microbiome is then being put into and onto those things, and then put into and onto our family members, which is increasing their health. It's making them have more optimal health. Us touching their food and cooking the food and hugging our children and touching their clothes and folding their clothes. The reason why women are in the kitchen is because we are primary beings. We're not secondary beings. We're primary beings. And we make the whole world go around. You ladies hear people say all the time, women rule the world. We do rule the world. And the reason why we rule it is because we govern and we move and we push and we optimize health. Just our presence. You know, he was also saying that when we shake hands with someone and you say, oh, I don't like their vibe, or I don't like the way maybe they feel, or what your feelings you get from the person. He said, you know what? Most of the time, what that is your bacteria doesn't sit well with their bacteria. You know, we always talk about the aura that people have. I was like, is that the aura? He said, yes. And just, you know, listening to that man talk and share the information and just really pour into us. He talked about it, and I want to share this with you guys. I don't think I've shared this so far. You know, during this pandemic time, we're staying away from each other. And he said, he gave us a message to give to you all. And that was, stop staying away from your family. Figure out how to keep yourselves healthy. Drink your Bellage, drink your Crony, take your Asaki, your InnerSeven. He said, because the biggest damage that we're going to see as a result of this pandemic is going to be what is happening to us as a result of the fact that our microbiome can't come into contact with each other's microbiome, and that is weakening our immune systems. Okay, so he said to pass that on as a message. I think this is the first time I've shared it with a group of people, but my God, I've been running around telling family members and friends and strangers. I'm here at a business dinner right now, and I know they're glad I walked away because all I was talking about was Sankey products and the microbiome. And so what it made me do, before I close, as I close, I want to tell you guys what it made me do was it made me come home and do more homework. And so what I want to submit to you all is it's great to get on and hear King Clive and hear Nurse Donnelly and all these amazing doctors that talk about our product, and even Dr. Adeas. But we got to go out and we got to do homework. We got to learn even more. We have to embody this. We have to really understand it, because when it comes to us, to the final measure, there's nobody that has anything like what we have. We have 50 years in the making of this thing. There's nobody that has what we have. I found out the other day, because I started researching, you guys, that the microbiome, the NIH, the National Institute of Health Study, shows the effect and the correlation and the connection between the microbiome, damage with the microbiome and autism, damage with your microbiome and depression and anxiety. There's a direct connection, as Dr. Adeas says and King Clive says, from your brain to your gut, right? It's called the brain-gut axis. And it allows those two things to communicate with each other all the time. So when the biome is off in your belly, that's why we have to take these products. When your gut biome is off, that is being directly communicated to your brain, and it is making the deficiencies in your body that you cannot correct without strengthening your microbiome. So you guys hear us on here talking about this stuff all the time. This is real. You got people in your life and people around you and people in the world I know that you've seen who are suffering with depression. And Dr. Helen talks about this all the time. And it's so real, and suffering with anxiety and all kind of sicknesses. They were talking about the direct correlation between the microbiome and the inability for the diabetic to heal a wound. This stuff is deep. The microbiome in the skin and the inability, when that microbiome is damaged due to diabetes, it's the microbiome that makes it hard for that person to heal their foot if they cut it, or their finger if they cut it. So we need to understand that health, making this part of us healthy, which is all of us, it's our whole body, from our mouth to our rectum, right? All inside of our body, making sure that this one thing, which is the biggest thing about us, is fortified and healthy, is what we should be extremely focused on, and making sure that everybody who is around us, everybody we love, everybody we know, everybody who's in our circle, who we have contact with, that they understand that this is not just a product. This is not something we're just selling. We are absolutely turning around, saving lives, and reinforcing our whole world by making sure that everybody's microbiome is fortified and healthy. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope it helped. I hope it motivated. I hope it inspired. Thank you, Dr. Ruth Ann. Thank you, King Clive, for letting me share. You guys have an amazing evening, and God bless.
Wow, King Clive, I don't know what to say you, but my God, Dr. Lola Thompson, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really has empowered us as women, because guess what? It's Mother's Day this weekend. So now I feel more empowered than ever to know that, yes, I am proud to be a mother, and I'm proud to be that mother that, make sure those meals are cooked, and make sure this is done, and make sure that is done. So thank you so much, Dr. Lola Thompson, for, stealing away from your business dinner to make sure that you were on the call. So we appreciate that. King Clive, what do you think about that?
Wow, 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 as Beth would say. I am totally blown away. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been preaching it. We have been talking about it. We are trying to motivate us. You hear what the scientist himself said, Dr. Edeas, so aptly communicated by Dr. Lola Thompson. I wish I was sitting at the feet of this great scientist myself also, but one day in Tokyo, Japan, I shall be doing that. But you hear it for yourself. It is all about the microbiome. And the sin of this age, and the ages past, is that some persons know about it and they do not tell us. Because Eli Mesnikov, 100 years ago, the father of probiotics and a Nobel laureate, says the majority of diseases begins in the digestive tract when good bacteria are no more able to control bad bacteria. 100 years ago, and still in the Western world, we are not hearing this information. Right now as we speak, doctors are still prescribing antibiotics, and even the Center for Disease Control saying 50% of the antibiotics being prescribed are totally unnecessary. Because we don't know who we are. We are damaging and defeating ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you're hearing it from Dr. Thompson. You'll understand that this is not Clive Campbell just drinking some Bellage and feel high. This is deep science. This is where the world is going. Be ahead of the curve. Rescue yourself, rescue your family, rescue your friends. Be a part of the greatest movement to touch 1 billion lives. Sankey Global. Thank you so much.
Wow. Listen. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to call up now Nurse Donna Adley out of Nassau, Bahamas, to just assist me as we talk about our Fantastic Four products, because, King Clive didn't even tell you, but this is the creme de la creme of microbiome grocery store list. So if you're going into the food store, whatever food store you're at in your country, in wherever you live, the first thing that should be on there when it comes to, do I need to feed my microbiome today? Asaki, Bellage, InnerSeven, Crony. And it's the top shelf for microbiome feeding. So Nurse Donnelly, are you out there?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Wow, 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 Dr. Ruth and King Clive, let me tell you something. You said that you don't want them to think that you're high, but guess what? We are all high. If we're on Sankey, we are high. And it brought me back to an old school song. It says, I'm feeling high, so high. Look
I know she was going to sing that.
Almost in the dance hall just now. Look here. Look here. I am so high on what we have here at Sankey Global. And trust me, when I take that Bellage and put that InnerSeven in it, look here. I feel like I'm Wonder Woman or Superwoman or something. So King Clive, yes, we high. Yes, we high. We high on Sankey.
Yeah, definitely. And I like I shared on a call, I think it was yesterday, where my grandson had literally these boils. He has locks. His mother, decided to put locks on it, have his hair grow. And he was getting these boils literally throughout his head. And she really wasn't checking for it. And so his grandfather showed my daughter one day, and he's like, look at these things. And so my daughter, knows I'm Sankey high on Sankey. She's like, oh, Daddy, he needs Bellage and InnerSeven. We need to mix it together. We need to put it on his head. And guys, let me tell you something. The thing dried up. And there was a point where she must have had the hair pulled up together. And so inside that, the boils started to accumulate because it's warm. Man, she opened that up. They opened up all his different locks all over the place, and they spread. They plastered his head with Bellage and InnerSeven. And guys, when I tell you it dries up within the day, it's gone. And then we make him start drinking the Bellage so that he can internally detox as well. Man, Nurse Donnelly, I don't know. These products are doing some great and amazing things. So we're gonna just tear through this and share with these persons that are on the line, that are on YouTube, that are out there listening about what we have in our hands. So our Asaki, it is made out of bovia. Yes, it's the cacao bean. No, it's not just chocolate, because I've had a person say, well, I don't eat chocolate. I'm allergic to chocolate. Well, you might be allergic to chocolate because there's milk in it and all that other stuff. But guess what? This is the cacao. You're not going to eat the cacao bean by itself and say, ooh, yummy, I love it. So this here nourishes the microbiota with over 596 metabolites, which has to do with your digestive practice, with the metabolism, breaking it all down. That's what the 596 has to do with, all the juices, everything that it, enzymic function, everything that it takes in order to break your food down. It adds up to 596. It also improves protein absorption by 20%. It increases the oxidation of fat and provides energy to trillions of the mitochondria, which is the energy of your cells. So Nurse Donnelly, do you have anything to say about Asaki? Because I know you've seen some great and amazing things happen to persons when they're drinking this Asaki.
Well, with this Asaki, Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. Oh Lord, and y'all have to excuse me because I'm on my phone and persons are just calling me about these products. I can't even stay on the phone properly. But guys, this Asaki, when King Clive was talking about antibiotics, if for instance, females on the line, you know that sometimes when certain antibiotics, you cannot take it. Why? Because you get a yeast infection when you take those antibiotics. Why? Because it messes with the microbiome of the gut. Yeah, that is how come you get a yeast infection. Sometimes, watch when you take those antibiotics. About 50% of females, when they take antibiotics, they come down with a yeast infection because the antibiotics actually interfered with the flora or the microbiome of the gut. So if you have to, or the doctor said they put you on antibiotics and you go and you take this Asaki, what the Asaki will do is actually neutralize the stomach and put the stomach in the right pH balance to actually kill that yeast infection. Yes, that's what the Asaki does. That's one thing that the Asaki does. Then secondly, for those who want to build muscle mass, let me tell you something, guys. My son had atrophied muscle, and so did Dr. Ruth. And actually, when they started to take these products without, and I'm telling you what I seen in my own eyes, their muscles started to form like they were in the gym, like they were doing physiotherapy, and they were on the Asaki full force in the middle of a pandemic. So they were not able to go out and do their physiotherapy. And these products actually form their muscles, guys. Form them, bring them back to life. This is what the Asaki does. Also, with the Asaki, those of us who have indigestion, who have leaky gut syndrome, colitis, also who has gastroenteritis. The Asaki actually helps to put that flora back in the gut and help to actually fix the microbiome of the gut. And so, guys, look here. The microbiome is something that we have to pay attention to. And as I said before, and I say it again, the more antibiotics you put in your body, the more you become actually what we call a high-risk patient. For instance, if you take antibiotics, some of us like to take antibiotics just because you have a strep throat. You don't have to take antibiotics for a strep throat. Some of us like to take it for UTI. You don't have to take antibiotics for UTI. That is what your cranberry juice is there for. That is what your coconut water is there for. That's what your water is there for. Okay, guys, not antibiotics, because you will mess with the natural microbiome of the gut. And so when you get all these things, that's what you turn to. That Asaki. Back to you, Dr. Ruth.
Yes, and another thing I want to add about that Asaki, it also helps with the testosterone levels as well as the estrogen levels. So it's very important to understand that these products have been formulated and coated to be able to pass through, like Nurse Donnelly said, the gastric acid, but still perform its duties and still be able to do what it was created to do. So our Bellage, Bellage, our Beautiful Age, Morning Shower, guys, this is the product that you want to be taking every morning, first thing in the morning. It reactivates our body's antioxidants. It increases energy production naturally. So you're going to feel that burst of energy. Now, yes, we've had persons say, oh, I took it and I don't feel no burst of energy. I feel tired. Well, guess what? Your body has to reset. Your body really needs to reset. And I did say really, and that really was all capital REALLY, flashing lights, underlined a couple times, and blinking, okay? That's a really needs to reset. When you see your body goes into slug mode and you're taking Bellage, your body needs to reset. You need to continue taking it. You need to drink more fluid, making sure that you're drinking 50% of your body weight in ounces in water. And guys, you will then suddenly feel that burst of energy because the blood is going to start flowing the way it needs to. It's going to start pushing the blood how it's supposed to. We've had persons that say, oh, I took it in and it made me feel excited. No, your blood is now flowing the way it should. And guess what happens? Keep on taking it. A few days, your blood balances right back out because your blood was going so slow. It didn't know it was supposed to move a little faster than it was. So these are things that happen because why? Your body is now getting ready to run at optimal health. Okay, it improves blood circulation. We're all adults on this line. So gentlemen, erectile dysfunction, this product is for you. This product is for you. We had a gentleman from Jamaica the other day. He said straight and plain, when he gets up in the morning, everything's standing tall. I don't know if I have to say anything else. Everything is standing tall. So all I can say, guys, this is the product for you. And for women who are suffering with severe diabetes and hypertension, low libido, you don't have to keep saying, I'm good, man. I have a headache tonight. You don't have to do that anymore. You can enjoy yourself. I forget the saying Nurse Donnelly and I thought of the other day, but something we thought of about that. Nurse Donnelly, you remember what it was? Can't remember, but it was about the Bellage, bringing it back, bringing the life back, bringing that excitement back in the bedroom. Okay, it increases hydration at the cellular level. It is going to make sure to hydrate at the cellular level. It's nanotechnology. It is able to permeate the eye wall barrier as well as the brain barrier. So if persons are suffering with depression and anxiety, Alzheimer's, and dementia, this product is for you guys. This is the product for you. If you're suffering with the tingling in the legs, the tingling in the fingertips, the numbing, the severe arthritis, feels like you're full of mucus, you have allergies, you're the eczema on the skin, all these different things. The Bellage resets the body. It assists and aids in resetting the body, bringing the body to homeostasis. Please remember, our products don't heal, cure, or mitigate any disease. None. It literally allows the body to get to a level of homeostasis so that the body can do what God created it to do, which is heal itself. So we are not doing anything. The products are just allowing your body to run the way it's supposed to, bringing it back to where God wanted it to run. So homeostasis so that the body can do what God created it to do. Nurse Donnelly, you have anything to say about this beautiful Bellage?
Hi, Dr. Ruth, and I don't know if you can hear me properly, but another person was trying to call me, and when you're using your phone and someone calls in, it makes it very low and very difficult for you to hear. So I need to just log out and log back in, please.
Okay, no problem. I can hear you clearly, but no problem. No problem. I'll continue and I'll wait for you to come back. So guys, listen, the InnerSeven is from 321 meters in the Okinawa Ocean, an area cornered off for medical research. And so this product here is, yes, purified salt. But when they purify it, guess what comes out? It comes out with the magnesium and the potassium. Those are the two main ingredients. Yes, it can help with Parkinson's, Cynthia. It definitely can. I think Dr. Franco spoke about that the other day, the Bellage and the InnerSeven, especially for Parkinson's. But like I said, it's for everybody, for anything that you can think of, because sometimes persons will ask Dr. Franco the same question. I mean, not the same, but different questions, but he gives the same answer. This is food for your body. This is food for your body. Persons also ask us sometimes, hold on one second. Let me make her co-host. Sorry. Some people ask us sometimes, do I continue my medication? Yes, continue your medication. Definitely. We don't want you to stop your medication because we want you to keep on going to your doctor, because your doctor will find that they need to start reducing this and reducing that, because your numbers will get better. Your numbers will get better. We have seen it over and over and over again. This is not something that's new. Yes, it took 40 years for them to make sure to formulate these formulas correctly. 4 products, not 10, not 100, not 85. 4 products, guys, 40 years. 40 years. And then the company has been around for 11 years. Making sure to service the world, especially it was Colombia and Mexican market at the time. Now we're in the Americas and the Caribbean. We're taking it by storm. We want to help reverse and recover and restore the health of our countries, guys, one person at a time. So Queen Donna, Nurse Donnelly, I was asking regarding Bellage. Did you have anything to add about Bellage?
Oh, okay, the Bellage. Now, as you were saying, I heard you talk about what Dr. Franco would always talk about, but the products. See, so a lot of people ask, okay, what do I take for this? What do I take for that? What do I take for this? Guys, let me tell you something. All of us need to be on all of the products. Even if you do not have any type of disease or any type of condition, you still need to be on the products. Why? Because it's anti-aging and it's preventative. And the thing about it is, in nursing, we always say prevention is always better than the cure. So no matter what condition you have, I suggested you be on all the products. The only product that we hold back in the beginning, and that's just like for the first couple of weeks, is the InnerSeven if you have hypertension. That's it. That's it. If you have hypertension, you just hold off on the InnerSeven for the first few days or weeks until your wellness advisor and here in Psyche say, okay, guess what? Your blood pressure is actually balancing off now. Now you can add that little bit of InnerSeven, because guess what? A lot of persons who are in hypertension, they take way more salt intake than what is in that little packet of more sodium than what is in that little packet of sodium. So guys, seriously. So that is why no matter what condition, because some people say, oh, what do I take for this? What do I take for that? Guess what? You need all of the system. And I always tell people when they get started, start with the 10D and start with the booklet. Start with the meals. It actually shows you what to do, and it actually have a daily record of changes that is happening on your body that you can record in that little booklet. That 10D, that's so bad in 10 days. And if you stick to that 10-day program, you will be amazed at what our products do. So guys, the Bellage is our flagship product. And I always tell the story that when I first came into this company, when I went to that launch in 2019, I was sitting right next to Dr. Franco. He saw me sipping on that Bellage, and I just come from the airport, didn't even check in my room. And he said, young lady, please don't drink that thing like that. And at that time, my skin was all messed up. I was tired because I'm a nurse, and Dr. Ruth, I know that I was working overtime and I was not taking care of myself. So I was full of toxins. And, we call Bellage in this company our daily shower. So I drank 4 cups of that stuff, guys. And where I was and she taught, and Ruth Ann talked about persons who said that they didn't feel anything. So I was drinking the stuff, right? I didn't feel anything. No, I didn't feel anything. But guess what? You know why? Because my system was backed up like a spit tank. So that Bellage came in like, I don't know if y'all know, but snaking out a line, because my brother is a plumber. So when I was younger, I used to go behind him because he was my big brother. That was like taking a snake and snaking out the lines. Guys, do you know what it is to put your 2 credit cards on a counter along with your ID and just ask the people at the hotel for a room key because you need to get in our bathroom right there and then? Okay, yes. That Bellage, that will clean you out. That will get all of those free radicals out of your body, because free radicals lead to disease. Back to you, Dr. Ruth.
Wow. Yes, exactly. Trust me, I've had persons say the same thing. Like, they first asked me, did I tell them that this is flushing them out? I said, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, it does detox you. But listen, the InnerSeven is from 321 meters in the Okinawa Ocean. Like I said, the main thing is magnesium and potassium. This right here improves natural defense mechanisms. It balances your pH. It has about 60 milligrams. Like I said, it's purified salt, about 60 milligrams of salt in it. But on top of that, about maybe 60 to 65 essential minerals on top of just the magnesium and the potassium. And what I always love to share with persons is, some people say, oh, well, I can't take this because it's salt. Well, guys, listen, you have to really start, like Nurse Donnelly said, get the 10D, get that booklet, start really writing and noting and journaling what you're eating and what you're putting in your body, because you will find that, drinking a Coke, drinking certain sodas, sometimes a can is 25 milligrams of sodium by itself. A bag of chips is over 50 something milligrams of sodium. Different things have so much sodium in it. And then you go and take an InnerSeven and say that, oh, the InnerSeven caused your pressure to go up. Did it?
Really?
So it stimulates relaxation and revitalization. It improves digestion. We've had persons take this InnerSeven in warm water, and literally it allows them to have the same flush out that Nurse Donnelly was talking about with that Bellage. It actually allows to assist and aid in their colons and their intestines pushing and flushing out, like Dr. Franco would always say, the doo-doo in your system. Okay. It also recovers your body's essential minerals. So persons with thyroid issues, hormonal imbalances, persons that are suffering alone with menstrual cycles, endometriosis, this product is for you. You drink this along with your Bellage, you will absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. For me, this is something that I've always taken since December when Queen Fabi told me about it for pain. This is my concoction. I've been able to come off of 300 milligrams of tramadol and 1,800 milligrams of gabapentin. Literally, I cut my gabapentin in half. So I'm now only on 1,800, and sometimes I even go down to 1,200 milligrams of gabapentin. So to me, this is my go-to product, and I absolutely love this. This is my 2 right here, my bad boys. And then our Crony Fire. The Crony Fire, listen, it burns fat, it burns sugars, it burns carbs, it removes all of that. So if you're that person that suffers with high blood pressure and diabetes, this is your product. This is your product. This is one of the main products. Like she said, we should all be on all 4. But if there's, you're saying my pocket is strapped for cash, which is fine, and you have high blood pressure and diabetes, Crony Fire is the one that you need to be taking. It deals with the gastric protection. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I insert something there?
Yeah, definitely. Please.
Yes, we have some persons on the line. They have persons coming back to them, and I learned this from from Queen Fabiola, who learned it from Dr. I think is Alcanta. With persons who are suffering from diabetes, they usually say, "Oh, when I take the Bellage, my sugar goes up." I know you were on that call because we were on a physician call, a physician who was coming into the company. When people take the Bellage, they say, "Oh, my this thing is actually making my sugar go up." No, what is doing? It's caramelizing the hardened sugar, the hardened carbohydrates that are in your system. and actually flushing it out. So when you actually prick your finger, because all of that is flushing out in the blood, actually your sugar will actually appear to be going up, but actually it's flushing it out. And so with flushing it out, your numbers may elevate just a little, but that is why it is actually put together with now the Crony Fire at night, which actually helps to balance off that sugar. So yes, for the first going off, you will see the blood sugar elevate a little bit, because it's all that stuff that is in your body. It's actually clearing all of those free radicals, all that caramelized fat, all those caramelized carbohydrates is taking out of the body, guys. So that is the reason why you would think that your blood glucose is going up, but actually it is actually flushing that out of the system, so that you can actually level off the blood sugar levels. And also it also helps the Bellage, also helps the pancreas. It helps to rebuild the mitochondria within the pancreas, because the pancreas is responsible for making insulin. The pancreas cannot make insulin if it's affected. So what happens is that the Bellage, because it works at the cellular level, helps to repair the pancreas, so that now you can have the insulin, the amount of insulin that you need coming out of the pancreas. And that is why persons have now been able to drop the amount of units of insulin that they're taking in, because now the pancreas is kicking in and functioning the way how it's supposed to be. Back to you, Dr. Ruth.
Wow. And guys, let me tell you something. For me, I love the Crony Fire because I do eat healthy. But like I always tell everybody, if anybody on this line knows Dr. Ruth, and y'all know what my weakness is, what is it? Guava duff. And guava duff is starch, sugar, every type of sugar you can think of. Yes, some fruit is in it, but it ain't all about the fruit. It's about the starch, the flour, and the sugar. And so when I think about taking that, I drink a cup of Crony before, and I drink a cup of Crony after, just to protect myself so I can flush whatever out. And what I have found in doing that is that my body does not start lighting up. And what do I mean by that? Because I have an autoimmune, because I have a nerve clinically diagnosed with a nerve disorder. I hate to say I have clinically diagnosed with a nerve disorder. What I have found in drinking the Crony Fire like that, my skin doesn't start tingling, because normally what would happen, I'd eat that, my skin go on fire, like, woo! So guys, this is our Dynamic 4 products. This is what our products do. We absolutely love them. But at this time, I'm going to tell you guys that we have, for those persons on this call that say, you know what, I need more
Dr.
information.
Ruth, not mean to cut you again, but I saw there was a question in the chat. It asks, and we always get this question, if I am skinny, can I still take the Crony Fire? Of course, because of what we have here is the intelligent force. If your body does not have to lose any weight, that actually the products knows that, and so you wouldn't take off any more weight. So that's why I say everybody can be on all of the products. You wouldn't lose any more weight, because it's an intelligent system, and it will say, okay, guess what? This person is at their BMI. And so since they're at their BMI, they do not have to actually, and that's body mass index. The body mass index weight, the average weight that the medical world say that you're supposed to be at, but which I do have some differences with, but guess what? That's for another call. But yes, once your body is at its BMI, the system will say, okay, this person doesn't have to take off any more weight. So you don't have to worry about taking the Crony Fire. If you're skinny, you wouldn't lose any more weight. Back to you, Doc.
Sorry, I just lost my slides there, but give me 1 second. I will get them up. But guys, like I was saying, if you're that individual that's on here that says, well, I need to know more information, you want to know more, you're thinking that, yes, what I've heard is absolutely incredible. Yes, thank you so much, King Clive. Yes, thank you so much, Nurse Donna Lee. Yes, Dr. Ruth and Dr. Lola, y'all were amazing. But I need more, y'all. I need more. Well, guys, guess what? We're not afraid of the more here at Sankey Global. We tell you straight and plain, okay, no problem. We'll give you more. And so all I can say is if you need more information, get back to the person that brought you to this call. Let them know you need more, and we will show you what more looks like. And what I mean by that is we are willing to show you all of the information that you need in order to basically promote this business, basically get this business off and going. And yes, it is a business as well as a health opportunity. So all I can say is here at Sankey Global, we don't just believe in getting you healthy. Because I know, and I've learned this as a child from a long time ago, where does the wealth of a nation truly lie? And if anybody on here is from the Caribbean, y'all know exactly what I'm going to say. Because the wealth of a nation lies in its health. And majority of us, especially in the Bahamas, we're at 98% non-communicable diseases in our country, in the Bahamas. So I don't want to offend anybody on this call, but I will tell you that we have all of the research manuals about our products. So if you're that individual that needs that information, get back to the person that brought you to this call. We are in the JAMA. We're also in the Blue Ocean Strategy as well as the PDR. But I want to say now that at this moment, if you're on this call and you said, okay, I get it, I'm all in, I want these products. And then you're also sitting back saying, did she just say wealth? Yeah, I did. I just said wealth. So if that is you, I'm going to say now, sit back, relax. You can just loosen the belt just a little, just a little. You can bring your tray table down, take a sip of the Bellage that our stewardess is bringing around. Take a sip. Go ahead. She might have a little bit of Crony just to maybe put you to sleep in case some turbulence happens. But guys, all I can say is we're now going to talk about how you can create a wealth standpoint here at Sankey Global. So if that offends you in any way, shape, or form, please disconnect. You can jump off the call right now. We are here to serve you, but we're not only just here to serve you about a health perspective, but we also want to show you, we do not want to leave this call without telling you about there is a perspective that not only can you feed your microbiome, but you can also feed your pocket to wealth. So here at Sankey Global, guys, we do have an opportunity from a retail perspective. You know, you don't have to go and buy a whole pile of stuff, but if you do, guess what? The more you buy, the cheaper the product becomes. You can actually earn up to 60% profit. And in some cases, we should say dash 100%, because when you get 3 customers that purchase 2 products, guess what the company does? They give you 2 boxes of product. They give you a Bellage and they give you a Crony that you can go and share, sell, do whatever, consume. And, you know, if you sell it, it's 100% profit, eh? So that's 60 to 100% profit margin that you can make on products based on what you're doing. But the first thing that we want you to do here at Sankey Global is what? Get a customer, and you are now a certified distributor. So if you get your 3 customers, you're a certified distributor 3 times over, eh? So now, guess what? You are considered Sankey-fied. You are a Sankey-fied certified distributor here at Sankey Global. Now, from that point on, we have a staircase to success. And this is simply how it goes. You've gotten your 3 customers. You're now going to go and get 2 persons that say, I want to do this business. I want to do whatever you're doing. I want to do it. Guess what? You're now binary qualified. You are now binary qualified. This is a step in order for you to get to the success that you desire here at Sankey Global. So you can't just miss all steps. You can't just be jumping all over the place. So we're going to start with those 3 customers. Then we're going to go and say, you know what? I'm going to go and get myself 2 persons that want to join me in this business, persons that say yes, yes, yes. And now I'm binary qualified and I'm getting something called a rising star. Or it's like, I always love how Queen Fabi always says it, you're going to win. You've won yourself $40. And then on your second star from there, you're going to win about 20% of the volume, depending on how those persons, especially the distributors, come into the business with you. So guys, this is what it is about here at Sankey Global. So this is our second step that you've gotten into, and I absolutely love it. So approximately, this is a low end. And so sometimes you got to give people low end because they don't have a belief. Their belief system is not as high as you want it to. So you're going to go on a low end just so the person can see that it's doable. Okay, because this can actually go all the way up to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like $1,300. But on a low end, $230. $230 you can earn from what we call Rising Star Binary Qualified. Okay, and then we've created what we call a binary. So 2, you got your 2 distributors, right? So you're going to earn up to 20% on that lesser team on a weekly basis. We're paid weekly, just like a job. We are paid weekly, guys. And it is so enlightening and so great to know when you get that text anywhere between, I think it's like 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that you get that text to say that your money has arrived to your e-wallet. I absolutely love it. I'm always looking forward to it. Guys, this is the way to go. You know, a lot of persons sit home and they say that I have nothing to do. Well, think about it. What if you just went out there and said, let me find customers? Let me start there. I really don't have money, but let me start going by starting getting customers. Maybe that will get you into the business. You just don't know, but don't sit back and say you can't do anything. And then we have earn 25% check match bonus. Guys, everybody that you personally bring into this company, you're going to make 25% of what they earn. Like, it's literally that simple. So simple. So if someone makes $1,000, you brought them into the company, you're going to make $250. Like, I don't know how easier that can be, or how we can break it down even easier for you. But we also have something called our duplicator rank. This is the last step right before you start hitting those ranks, guys. And all you need is your left team and your right team. So these are persons that you personally brought into the company. So between your left team, those people that you brought in, their customers, and everybody that you've brought in on that left side, and everybody that you've brought in on that right side, and their persons that they brought in, and they're all their customers, all you need is 600 total group points from that team. From on either side, you have your 300, and guess what? Duplicate a rank. And now you're just busting hole through ranks, because why? This is just the step right before you start hitting those ranks, right before you start busting open doors and making it happen here at Sankey Global. And it starts with bronze and it goes all the way to Crown Ambassador. And I'm telling you, when I tell you, you start with that bronze level, but you jump up to silver. And as you get to silver, you create more bronzes. As you get to gold, you create more silvers, and it goes on and on and on. And when you look, you're at platinum, you're getting your Mercedes, you're now in the jacket club, the platinum club, you got your lapel pin, you got your ring with your stones in it. Then you're looking at diamond, you're now in the diamond club. On to Paris. And I know people like, I'm not traveling. Well, guess what? We'll soon be traveling all over again. Don't worry, the world will open up. And then double diamond on to Japan, triple diamond, you're going to be getting that Tesla, Ambassador, Dubai, and Crown Ambassador, you're going to be getting a his and her Rolex watch. So guys, you know, we always share about the microbiome, and we normally don't even go into the money, but we felt compelled to share tonight to let you know that, you know, by now you've decided this is where you want to be. By now you've decided this is where you want to be. And if you haven't, and you're kind of still on the fence, get back to the person that brought you this call and let them know these are the questions you have. And I'm sure they can answer it, because we are all here to serve everybody to greatness. I mean, everybody around the globe here in Sankey Global, we are here to serve each other. You know, there's no selfishness here. We are trying to just help everybody get to another level. So by now you've decided that, okay, start at the 159 pack. But if you're that person that says, you know what, I want to get in as a VIP customer, well, fine. You can be a VIP customer. Your order can be literally coming to you on a regular basis. You don't even have to think about it. Okay, it will be programmed. It'll be coming to you. You don't have to ever run out of product. So you would be that VIP customer. But if you're that individual that says, you know what, I really believe in my heart that I can do this. I want to be a product of the product, and I want to start sharing the good news of Sankey Global. Get in where you fit in, but you can start at the 159. You can start with that 159 package, and you are in the unified Sankey pack, guys. You will get 2 Bellage and a Crony. So you can start using it, and you can also share. But I will tell you, one of the things that I absolutely love about this company, Mr. Jose Avida absolutely loves technology, okay? So we have an amazing Sankey Share app that makes everything so simple. So if you're that person that literally, like, you know, King Tim always says, Trahan always says, we have the most expensive piece of real estate in our hands all the time. All the time. We never put it down. We got that phone. Listen, our Sankey Share app, you can send videos, you can send your link, you can send information, you can create videos for persons. Like, I've had persons say that this is what's happened to them on the Bellage, and you know, they're just giving their testimony. There's a part of the app that you click, and it literally, you download another part of another app, and you can record a video that actually puts the information there, and you can send it out. So now that individual that's experienced the Bellage, the Crony, the InnerSeven, or the Asaki creates a video, and you can send it back to them and show, see, this is a video that you just created. And it has the information about the product that they're talking about. Like, where do you do that at? Sankey Global. So guys, I just want to say thank you so much for getting on this call. So King Clive Campbell, are you out there?
I am very much here, Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. I'm wondering if Beverly Holness is on the call tonight, Queen Beverly Holness. I would like if she even say hi. But in the meantime, Team Canada is on the call. And I want to recognize the presence of Team Canada on the call. All of you joining from Canada, North America, we thank you so much for the effort you have made. And we also want to say to you, it's a Sunday, Mother's Day. We have a special program put in together for Mother's Day. You don't want to miss it. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. It's going to start at 4 o'clock Jamaica time, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. That is Jamaica's Central Standard. And out on EST, 5 o'clock EST, 4 o'clock Central Standard. But the flyers will be coming out about it. But you want to make reservations to be a part of this. It is going to be a beautiful occasion. I want to thank Marva, Dr. Ruth, and myself for the time that we have put together to make this happen, and all the other players on it and in it. It's going to be beautiful. You are going to enjoy it. So bring your mom on the call, bring all the women on the call, bring the family on the call, and we're going to have a cut-a-wampus time, as Queen Beverly would say. Lady Bev, are you there?
I don't see her on. I think she dropped. I think her call
She
dropped.
probably dropped off. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
She dropped.
Yeah, man. But I just want to thank you all for making it to the call tonight. Wow, so many of us on the call tonight. We appreciate it. And we want to set a record for Sunday evening. So please make it a date. Don't be late. You don't want to miss the opening song. That's going to be beautiful. I don't know if I should give them a little hint, Sir Esteban, but we thank you for the role that you're playing. Queen Marva, you have a beautiful mind. We thank you for bringing your beautiful mind to the table. All women will be telling you thanks. And Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn, where do we find words to begin to thank you? You bring so much life and energy to this call. We thank you so much. Queen Adderley, we thank you so much for your wealth of knowledge. You're a nurse of 20 odd years. Your son, you have seen your son's life become different, and you have seen many other people in your country become different. This is something amazing. And all the other testimonies, all the other persons here in Jamaica, the testimonies, we thank you for coming on. And may you have a beautiful night tonight. Is there anything we're leaving out, Dr. Ruth Ann?
No, one more thing I want to do. I don't know if King Tim Trayan is out there. If he just wants to say something, pop in and say anything, he can. If not, we totally get it. I know you're busy where you're at, but if you want to, you can just unmute your mic and say something, King Tim Trayan, if you're there.
Yes, absolutely. An amazing night. Once again, you guys are absolutely incredible. Like I say, every time I join in on this microbiome call, I learn so much. Man, it's just amazing, especially you got Dr. Lola Thompson that chimed in and her personal conversation with Dr. Bijita Deas, just absolutely incredible. Just the wealth of knowledge that comes from there again. And, we want to do more and more of this just so people can know, what it is that they have, at their hands on a daily basis. So it's just absolutely amazing. And then, of course, the income opportunity attached to it, I personally believe is second to none, and it'll continue to get better and better as we continue to grow. We're looking at adding some new things to the comp plan as well, just to make it that much more lucrative. But I mean, guys, you guys are just absolutely amazing. And we just definitely appreciate all that you do. I mean, how can you add something to perfection? It's already perfection. So it's nothing I could add. I could just tell you, man, you guys are doing an awesome job. And I definitely appreciate, being able to listen in and learn as much as I can on the way to this company being $1 billion company. So thank you so much.
Thank you, King Tim Trayan. And of course, you know, before we leave, you know, you always have to leave, save the best, the creme de la creme, the top of the cream. I don't know if you've ever had like a good whipped cream and you just want that top cream. You don't want it when it gets sappy and soggy. You want the best. Well, we have to leave the best, okay, for last. Because this phenomenal individual, we just want to say thank you to her, because if it wasn't for her, Queen Dr. Helen De La Houssaye, if it wasn't for her and her endless, I'm talking endless sacrifice. I've seen this lady do things that we should not be doing in her condition at times. She sometimes acts like she's 1,000,000%, and she's not, but she does not stop. And so to me, she gives me the drive to keep on going and saying, you're not supposed to stop, you can't stop. So we need to, you know, just give homage, just say thank you, give a smile, give a tilt of the hat, a standing ovation to Queen Dr. Helen De La Houssaye Clay. I know she's on another corporate call right now, so she can't chime in, but I want her to know that we're saying thank you to you. I know she's on, but she's on another corporate call. So I just want to say thank you to her for all that she does, all that she continues to do, and she doesn't stop. The woman don't stop. She's worse than the Energizer Bunny.
Yes.
Like she does not stop, but we want to say thank you to her because she's literally been sacrificing her family time for us and traveling around the Caribbean and as well opening the US market for us as well. So we want to say thank you, Queen Dr. Helen De La Houssaye Clay, for all you do. And we want to say thank you to your family because your family has allowed us to have you and for you to journey for us. So thank you for that. And we appreciate everybody tonight. And I want to say thank you.
Just allow me to say, Queen Ruth Ann, for persons who are coming on the call tonight and you understand what we're doing here, you have a front row seat to greatness. What we have in Sankey Global is that Sankey Global has been in the Spanish-speaking space for 10 years. Now they're expanding into the English-speaking world. And you are invited to be a part of this journey to take the message to billions of people. Can you imagine you are opening up countries and they are in your organization? Or you just do it out of the goodness of your heart and you're touching millions of lives? Because as it relates to the microbiome movement, there's a 1 million man microbiome movement ambition that we have to touch 1 million lives. And then those 1 million lives, we go tell millions and millions of other people. So if you always wanted to do something that will outlast you, something that will leave something for generations to come, to make an imprint, something bigger than you are, living for something larger than you are, to leave a legacy, here it is. Join hands with us. Join forces with us. Come back next week, Tuesday, with the numbers. But before that, come out on Sunday and let us celebrate the greatness of mothers and let us make an impact. Thank you so much. God bless you. And Dr. Thompson, oh Lord, I appreciate you so much. Thanks for sharing those gems with us tonight. We appreciate you so much. And all the others on this call, have a good night. Anything else, Dr. Ruth Ann?
No, that's it for tonight. And I want to say thank you. It's been an amazing night and we are out. So thank you so much. And have a fantastic night. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, good night all.